Hey guys, it's Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. I think I have one person out there. Let me just wait a minute until I come up on my iPad. This is what we're going to be working on today, you guys. I made one of these from a coloring book page, some mixed media from a coloring book page. And it was actually from a Dollar Tree coloring book. Pretty cool. In fact, let me just bring this up just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we got two people live. Okay, just a second, you guys. I'm just trying to see when I come up here on my own computer, on my iPad. Here we go. On my own computer, on my iPad. Here we go. And let me turn the sound down. On my own computer, on my iPad. Here we go. And let me turn the sound. Okay, some people are coming up. Hey, Crafty65 or 62512. How you doing? And it says that there's some more people on, but maybe they'll pop up here in just a second. Some messages are such as potential spam may not be visible. Okay. Hey, 4 Yellow Rose. Debbie. Excuse me. Debbie is here. How you doing? I was just saying that this is going to be the thing I'm going to work on today. I took a coloring book page from a Dollar Tree coloring book, and I did some mixed media and added it to a coloring book page. So that's what I thought we'd work on today. And I already did it once this week, but it worked out really nice. I thought, let's do it again. And I have some things that I kind of want to change, some skin tones and things like that. Hey, Ellie Rod. Thank you. Thank you for a yellow rose. Hi, Fiona. How you doing? What I'll do, girls, is I'll just wait. I shouldn't say girls because there could be some boys too, so let me not say that. Let me just wait for some more people to pop in, and then I'll explain everything again quickly. What are you guys working on today? Are you guys crafting along? Hey, Ellie. Ellie Rod. How you doing? I was just asking what everybody is crafting on today. Oh, cleaning house. I did yard work this morning. Shaker tags. Cool. Hey, Judy. Lazy day here in Florida. Ooh, a fairy junk journal. That sounds cool. I love me some fairies. Obviously, my channel is called My Fairy Treasures. Okay, great. We got some people in, so I'm just going to go ahead and just explain again exactly what I'm working on today. So what I'm working on is this coloring book page from a Dollar Tree coloring book. And it wasn't even those Dollar Tree coloring books that are the real thick ones, which I have a ton of those because I love coloring books. But this is from one of those ones that are not that big and thick. So I always say, look out for the coloring books at Dollar Tree, not just the thick ones. Look at the thinner ones too, because they can have some really good images. So this was the image originally. It's on the cover, and actually that was the original image right there. They put it on the front cover inside. So I made a copy on, let me take this away. I made a copy on some watercolor paper, which you don't have to do that. You can put it on, if you want to make another copy, you could copy it onto some cardstock. I do that also. But this is Jane Davenport's watercolor. She has a side that's more like a hot press and then a cold press side. So I turned it over and used the hot press side, so it's real nice and smooth. But it should take the color good. Because I like to use, when I paint or when I color, I like to use watercolor, pencil. It's a lot of mixed media, so it's good that I use some nice thick paper and some watercolor paper or some good cardstock. So this is what this this is what this originally looked like, and then I turned it into that. And I cannot think of the lady's name. Okay, I'm going to write that down. I decided that I'm going to have a pad of paper so that when I say that I need to look up somebody's name or I'm going to write something down, I do it because I remember that I need to do it because I'm writing it down. Originally, I got the idea of, I've always done this type of artwork, but this lady had a floppy, one of the girls on YouTube had a floppy hat like this, but it wasn't exactly like this. She had a floppy hat and then she had different things hanging off of it different ways. But I wanted to do this big floppy hat, and more of it's a big floppy, what do you call it? Like a knitted hat, you know, but real slouchy knitted hat. So I thought I'd love to put a slouchy looking knitted hat on my girl. And but what I liked about what she did is she did her own version of a slouchy knitted hat, and she let the background come through the hat, and I wanted to try that out. So that's what I did here. So hard to find good quality watercolor paper here in Australia for reasonable cost. Oh, man, I'm sorry. But you know what else you can do? You can use some cardstock. I've done that a lot of times. In fact, oh, this was cardstock. What I did this originally today was on cardstock. And if you feel like it starts buckling a little bit, put it in a book. It'll flatten it out. You can even spray a little water on the other side and iron it, and it'll iron flat. So hi, Connie. How you doing? Okay, so the lady who I got the idea of putting this floppy hat on my lady and using the background as the inside of her of this floppy knitted hat, not knitted, but you know, knitted looking, was her idea. I'm going to write that down. That I need to knitted. It's a knitted slouchy hat, even though there's no, doesn't look knitted, but that's that's the kind of hat I wanted, that slouchy knitted hat looking thing, but with the background coming through and just drawing out the outline of it. If I'm being clear enough, I'll be more clear as we keep going, as you're gonna see. Anyway, let me put that my notes over there, keep that handy, so when I think of somebody's name that I want to mention to you guys or put it in the notes, I'll remember to do that at the end of this video. Okay, so like I said, I made a copy. I'm going to turn that around because that's what we're going to get started with. And the first thing I like to do always is start with putting down, like a lot of us do, putting down some paper, some pages, a bunch of good stuff. So that's what we're going to start with. Also, another thing I'm going to share with you guys. I normally tape my paper down, then make a border around it. Oh, that's a good idea, Crafty62. Okay, another thing I'm going to do is this paper right here, I had made a, it's called, I had made my own paper line, and it's called Unicorn Tears. And it's because I made it, it was, all the colors in this paper line are really muted. I offer it in my Etsy store. So if you like this paper line, I'll go through it here towards the end. And there's unicorns, there's fairies. This is just some of the background paper. So I printed it out onto some printer paper. So we'll be tearing this out to use in the background too. But I'll show you towards the end here, I'll show you my my paper line that I created, and it's a digital paper line. So if you were to buy it, it's digital. So you copy it on your own printer. So it's been in my store for like a month or something. I don't know. Anyway, so that would be part of the background. So let's get started. I'm gonna tear up some book pages here. My pixels are bad. Awesome fit. Your pixels are bad. Okay. I wonder why my pixels are bad. I'm looking at the screen on my iPad and it looks okay. Pixels are fine here. Okay, Fiona, maybe someone said their pixels are fine. My pixels look fine on my iPad. So maybe turn off and then come back. Sometimes that works too. All right, so I'm going to tear up some book pages. Start with that. And we're going to go right up to the hairline because that's where this hat's going to, where I'm going to draw this hat in to add to her. So, and I'm going to use Elmer's glue first and to glue some pieces on. I will use matte medium to glue on the napkins that I use because I want it to be a paintable surface. But these paper pieces, just to save my matte medium, I'm going to use Elmer's glue, watered down Elmer's glue. Okay, where is a paintbrush? There we go. It's crazy. You sit down, you think you're all prepared with everything you need, and then you're like, okay, I don't have this, I don't have that. I like to use old magazines I don't care about and use them to glue pieces on. And then you can just turn the page when you're done. You can also do that in a phone book, which I'd love to find a phone book anymore. I have not seen a phone book. They don't deliver them to our house anymore, of course, because nobody uses a phone book. But I'd like to have one just to glue my pieces down in. For Yellow Rose says she's going to go to BRB. What's that? Only thing I can think of is bring your own beer. Maybe that's what you're saying. Is anybody else going in or out, or things look kind of grainy? Is that happening to anybody else? Because like I said, I am looking at myself on my iPad, and it looks good, so. Oh, okay, Judy's saying it's good now. Okay. It's weird when you're streaming. Some people, it's just fine. Other people, it's a little grainy. It probably depends on where you're at, and I don't know what else. Crazy. All right. Oh, another thing, I kind of need to be pressing these down. And the reason I'm not putting any of this Elmer's glue on here, of course, is because then it would seal it, and I don't want it to be sealed. And I would use matte medium on the whole thing of gluing these pieces down, but I like to save on my matte medium. And when I don't need the matte medium all, if I wasn't using napkins, I wouldn't even use matte medium. I would just use this Elmer's glue. And if I needed to make sure it was more of a paintable surface, I would just spray my matte acrylic paint on there. So, I talked about that last week, I think. All right, I'm going to do a couple more pieces of paper of this, and then we're going to go on to something else. Let me come back on camera. Sorry. Okay. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to turn the page of this book and then use that again. We'll use some music note paper next. Colors light make it better. Okay. Still tearing up some paper, some music note paper. I've got some interesting paper I'm going to tear up next. I found this book at a thrift store, and I thought, God, I'm not really sure what language it is, but the writing is really cool. So after I'm done with the music note paper, I'll show you guys. If anybody knows what kind of book it is, let me know. I got it for like, I don't know, $1 or $2 at a thrift store. And it was really cool print, and I was like, oh, that would be awesome in my mixed media. Oh, talking about that, I know something else that would be awesome. Let me show you guys. I live here in Vegas, as most of you guys know, and we have Chinatown. We have a Chinatown, and you can get the Asian newspaper. You can get Asian newspaper. So I get quite a few of these. I have them in my craft room, and I'm going to tear some of this up and put it in here too. So yeah, you're right. Sometimes it gets a little grainy here and there. It's okay right now. So okay, it's weird. I'm tearing some of the Asian newspaper out. Okay. So we'll use some of that. We add a few more pieces of the music note. You'll trade me one for a phone book? Okay, I'll do it. I need a phone book. And you're like, I need some Asian newspapers. You know what? Honestly, if you want to do it, just personal message me your address, and we can do that. Whenever you send a book or a magazine or something like that, or even a newspaper, send it media mail. It'll cost you just a couple of dollars. So whenever I send books, newspapers, coloring books, anything like that, I always send it media mail. And instead of costing you like, because a phone book's heavy, instead of costing you like $10, it'll cost you like, I don't know, $3, believe it or not, a heavy phone book. So, and to kind of make it a fair trade, I would send you a nice big stack. So, like a big stack. It's cool when you do mixed media to get different types of paper to add to your art. And I think just starting always with, well, you don't always have to, but I just think it really like gets rid of the white page thing, because some people really freak out about like they see a white page and they don't like know what to do. Start adding like bits of torn cool paper, like book pages and music notes and all that, and it really gets you started. Plus it just adds so much obviously to the background. Even though I'm going to paint over a whole bunch of this, it's still going to be cool. All right, let me see what I want to do with that. All right. Yeah, I think I want that to go right there. When I wipe it with the baby wipe, I'm just wiping off the excess glue just so, you know, I don't seal anything. All right, I'm going to add this Asian newspaper print on here now. Get the red part off. You know, someone said they think it's the white paper that makes it grainy, and I think you're right. That makes it get grainy in and out. I wonder if I put that there. I think as soon as I add some color on here, it'll get clearer, much clearer. So it'll get even better as I add color on here. Okay, here is this Asian. Isn't this cool? I love this. All right, let's rip this up. Oh, I did it on the wrong side. Oops. I can't believe I just did that. Anyway, we'll do another one. Okay. Have you guys ever heard of going and getting dim sum? Dim sum. It's these Asian restaurants here that are in Chinatown, and that's where I get these newspapers. I go get dim sum, and what they do is they come around on these trays, like it's an Asian buffet, but they come around with these trays, and then you just choose things off the tray, and it's so much per item, like $1 or $1.50, $2, something like that. You kind of don't know where you're at as far as ordering, but it always comes out to around $30 for 2 people. And you don't know what you're eating, but it looks good, and then when you eat it, it tastes good. I like going there and having dim sum. I don't know if other places had it or not, but I imagine. Actually, see, someone said, actually, when you move your arm in the picture, you shadow, and it makes the pixels. Oh. Okay. Try to keep my arm away from there. Yeah, Fiona, doesn't that sound yummy? Oh my gosh. It is so delicious going there. I love it. I haven't been for dim sum in a while. I need to go. It's really good. Okay. Oh, I want some more of the Asian paper. Let me get more of that Asian paper. It's so cool. I have tons of it, and sometimes I forget that I have it. I haven't used it for a while. Kind of stupid. I should be using it. Okay. Am I going on the right side? Yeah. Both of them have the Asian writing on both of it. Okay. Got my little baby wipe. That looks good. We'll do one more Asian down here. Just a little bit. Oh, I don't want to go all across the hand too much. We'll go right there. Okay. There we go. All right. We'll get away from that for a little bit and go on to something else. I'm going to go on to the book I found that I told you about that I'm not exactly sure what it is. But the writing is very cool. I'll show it to you in just a second. So here this one is. Like I said, I'm not sure what. Hopefully it's not going to get too messed up. 1 second, I'm going to bring that away. I'm going to see where I'm at, make sure I'm in frame here. Okay, I'll bring it up. There we go. Bring this in closer and see if you guys can see it clearly. Isn't that cool? Okay, you can't personal message me. Okay, you know what I'll do is I will write my email address on the bottom of here when I'm done. So anyway, that's what this paper looks like. It's really cool. It kind of seems like it's not focusing as well as it could. Yeah, I don't know what language it is either, but it is awesome. Okay. let me write that down, that I need to make sure that I put my email address down here. Email address. Okay. So Judy, I wrote down that I need to make sure that I put my email address below this video. When I'm done, I'll definitely do that. Okay, I'm just tearing this up a little bit. Okay. Where am I going to go with this? All right. It's crazy. I'm like trying to keep my arm out of the way so it doesn't go grainy. I'm like, okay, that's hard. And if some hangs off the side, I don't worry, because I'll just cut it off at the end, of course. And we'll put some of this down here. You went to the thing and said, you went to the about and it said not listed. What? I gotta go check that out, because other people have said that too. And I used to always get personal messages. So, oh no, I'll check it out. But until then, I will put my email address below. Weird. You know what? Weird things happen too. Like if you accept an update on your computer, and I have recently, it like changes things sometimes in different areas. I just updated my phone too, and it erased all of my, a bunch of my contacts. It erased a bunch of my current contacts and gave me a bunch of my old contacts from like 10 years ago. I don't know. Like I said, when it comes to this computer stuff, it's out of my league. I can do a little art, but that computer stuff, oh, drives me nuts. Okay, we'll put that there. Okay, that's looking cool. Let's just do one more little piece right, oh, I don't know, right here. Yeah, we'll do a little piece right there. Let me read some comments. Okay, it says, I don't think you can PM through the app if that's what you're using. I went to your page. Huh. Crafty62, she said that that she doesn't think that you can personal message through the app, like the YouTube app. I don't know if you're using your iPad or a personal computer. Maybe you need to go to your main computer and try to do it that way. I think that's what she's saying. Just throw that in here. Oops. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe that is what it is, because, you know, I have gotten some personal messages actually recently. Okay, so I think we've had enough of that. What else do I want to use? I'm going to use a few pieces of this paper here of my, that I copied my paper from my paper, digital paper pad that I made. I'm going to tear a few pieces off of here and add that in. Just some. And then we're going to be adding paint and stencils, all kinds of stuff. Okay, we'll put that right here. Add that in right there. Yeah, like I said, I will put my email too, so we don't have any problems, Judy. Because like I said, sometimes it's just weird. Like, sometimes things will work for some people and don't work for other people with this computer thing. I don't know. And as you guys have seen, I'm not like that great about this computer stuff. It confuses my brain. All right, so now I'm using this piece here, which I really, really like this number 152 industrial that I stamped into this piece of paper. It's pretty cool. Do I want to do that? That's a lot. Okay. You don't need to have it that big. But I will put that right there. Okay. This is one of my favorite things to do. I love collage. I love just adding collage and collage and collage. Oops. It's fun. Okay, someone said, Angie, think you missed my comment before about your mermaid tutorials. I have saved to watch later. Thank you so much. You're so talented. Oh, Fiona, you're so sweet. Thank you. So sorry I missed that. Oh, okay. This is one thing that's going to help me keep on top of comments. They are hit or miss, those coloring books at Dollar Tree. What was I going to say? Oh, if you guys have a comment for me, put it in capital letters. And then that way it'll just pop off the screen and I'll be able to not miss your comment as easily. So I should have said that at the beginning. Yeah, use all caps. If you're talking to me, use all capital letters. If you're talking to somebody in the chat, then just use all lowercase. And then that way, you know, I can decipher a lot easier. I meant to say that at the beginning. Okay. What am I doing? Do I want any more of this or not? I don't think I do. You know what? I think I do. I think I want to take this cafe part right here. I think this could be really cool. So when you have scrapbook paper, like I made this scrapbook paper myself, this whole pad. You don't have to just use it to make junk journals or anything like that. You don't have to be fine with it because it's scrapbook paper. Use it in your art journal. Use it in your art. Rip it up. Rip it up. Do I want to put that here? I don't know what I want to do with this. I like the cafe part on here. Maybe I want to put it like right there. Yeah, I want to put it right there. Okay. And the way I do things, so much stuff gets covered up and you only see like a little bit of it. So I really need not to be stressing about it because a lot of stuff gets covered up and everything's peekaboo through a little bit. So like, look, I've already covered up some of the other stuff. So okay. I remember when I first started doing mixed media like this, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to cover up this. I'm going to cover up that. In the end, it all just looks cool because it's all just different stuff all come together and things peekaboo through. You only see like half of something or a quarter of something, or you see through layers. So, okay. Now I'm going to go to like tissue paper and napkins. I'm going to put this here. Oh, I don't need that anymore. I'm going to go to tissue paper and napkins. So I'm going to get out my, what am I getting out? Darn it. Matte medium. Because it's expensive, I just use it sparingly. And when I can, I use the acrylic. Like when I need to make something so that I can paint on it or draw on it, I try to use this acrylic, clear acrylic matte coating spray. So it's just a matte clear coat. How do you say your name? Tatsa baby? How you doing? Thanks for coming in to the chat. And I was just saying, is it Tatsa baby? Yeah. I was saying, if you have a question for me or you have something you want to say, for me, make it in all caps, all capital letters. And then if you're talking in the chat to other people, make it all lowercase. And then that makes sure that I can, it'll get my attention so I can, answer your question or talk with you. And I'll repeat what I'm doing just in case somebody, I know that Tats Baby just popped in, and if anybody else did. This is a coloring book page, and I am adding mixed media to this coloring book page. Like I'm adding a bunch of book pages, music note pages. I'd used some Asian newspaper. I've used some of my own paper line and tore it up in here. And now next I'm adding, what am I adding? Napkins and some tissue, stamped tissue paper. And this is what we're going to end up with because I already did this once. But I thought it turned out pretty cool, so I wanted to do it again. So that's what we're going for in the end. And I actually draw on this slouchy hat. Okay. What am I doing now? Let's do some of this. Somebody sent me this, I love this paper. Somebody sent me this paper. Isn't it fabulous? This tissue paper. I absolutely love it. So we'll tear some of this up and use it. I've never found tissue paper that looked like this before. I'd sure like to find that. Has anybody know where to buy tissue paper like this at? It's cool. What I like about tissue paper is you can go right on top of in a big area and you can see through it. So that's really cool. All right, so I'm going to tear this up. And we're going to go right here with this. And that's the one thing I like about tissue paper, for the most part. You can go right on top, and napkins too. And if you use matte medium, it'll still be a paintable surface, so. And I'm trying to keep everything off her face because her face I'm going to watercolor, and I'm going to use, and on her hands, I'm going to use pencil. So hopefully we get to that part today. I want to. And if we don't and time starts getting away, I'll stop what I'm doing with the background and start coloring in this girl's face because I'd like you guys to see that. Oh, stick down. Is it gonna stick down? There we go. Finally. All right, sorry you guys, I haven't looked at chat for a second, but I'm going to in just a second. As soon as I get this piece of tissue paper to stick down. Okay, there you go. Sometimes Tuesday has it. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Judy. I need that page. Will that be in the Etsy store? Tats, baby, which page are you talking about this stuff? When I said it was my own digital paper line, were you talking about this stuff? This page and that? Because yes, this is in my Etsy store, and you can digitally download it. Plus, there's a whole, there's like, I don't know how many pages. I'll show it to you guys towards the end, or here shortly, what that paper pad looks like that I created. Add this in here. Oh, so sometimes they have this tissue paper Tuesday morning. Okay. I will be paying attention. I haven't been going to Tuesday morning enough lately because Hobby Lobby kept having that 75% off sale for like the last like 2 months, maybe 3 months. Oh my God. I was going crazy on Hobby Lobby with that 75% off sale. I have a haul video coming up with some stuff that I, again, got for 75% off still. It was more in their yarn section. It was some knitting stuff, some crocheting things. So, but it's stuff that you could still use in other crafts. So that's why I'm going to show it too. I think people will like it. Okay. Keep adding on. Is that white paint? What the heck? That is white paint. What was... Okay, just a minute, guys. Did I grab white gesso? Oh! Okay, all right, look, I'll show you guys what I just did. My white gesso and my matte medium, they look the same. Like, the packaging isn't the same. So I grabbed the gesso. I need to stick that over there so I don't do that again. I need that gesso, so I'm going to save that. I need that in a little bit, so let's put that on a tray over there. I don't need it right now. Okay. Yeah, I Craft D62. I do have a Joann's 2 minutes from my house. I wish I didn't sometimes, but yeah. They have a big clearance. What are they clearancing? Craft D62. What kind of stuff? Because you know what? I went to my Joann's like maybe 2 weeks ago, and oh my God, I think they did clearance a bunch of stuff, and I don't know if because they didn't have hardly anything on the shelves. I mean, hardly anything. So maybe the clearance happened and I missed it. Now that you say that. Okay. Put all this stuff below here. Oh, just a second, guys. I'm trying to get this tissue paper pulled up. All right. Get that out of the way. All right. Next, we're going to go to some napkins. Look at these gorgeous napkins. Aren't those gorgeous? Love those. These napkins I got at Dollar Tree a while back. I think they have them again at Dollar Tree, these napkins, at a lot of Dollar Trees. Show you guys a little trick. I take a little bit of water with a paintbrush, just water, and just go like this. And you can just rip your napkin real easily. Another trick with napkins to get the second layer off. I already took the the first and second layer. I turn the napkin over. In the corner, I take a piece of clear tape and I put it on the edge and lift up, and that takes off the first layer, and then I take another piece of tape on the edge and that takes off the second layer. So, kind of a little trick I learned. No, I didn't come up with that myself, but I learned it from somebody. And I love it. Makes it so much easier to separate these napkins. All right, I'm going to put this one down here. Okay. Hi. And where's my paintbrush? There it is. And I am not concerned if my napkins wrinkle at all, because with mixed media like this, I mean, texture's awesome. So I don't care if I get any wrinkling. Thank you. Okay. Where am I going to put this? Maybe we'll put that right there. There's a place in California that we like to go. It's called Pismo Beach, California. And there's 3 different Dollar Trees in this area. And it's like Pismo Beach, Morro Bay, San Luis Obispo. These are all little towns that just are all right by each other. Between those 3 or 4 towns, there's like 3 Dollar Trees. And there's this one Dollar Tree that is amazing. They have an obscene, I bought an obscene amount of beautiful napkins. At Tuesday morning would have cost me way more. I always go there. I go to all 3 of those Dollar Trees, and I always go and look for napkins, and they always have some gorgeous napkins. And I think originally I got those there, but now they have them at my Dollar Trees here in Las Vegas. Do I want that there? No, I don't. Okay. What else do I want to do? All right. I'm just looking at what else I want to do. Okay, I have this right here, this clock napkin, which I think is fabulous. And this is another one of those napkins I got at that Dollar Tree in California, Pismo Beach area. It's pretty cool. So I'm just taking my paintbrush with just some water to cut that out there, that clock, which I think will be cool somewhere. We'll put it right there. That's what I like about napkins too, is that they're totally see-through. So you start seeing the stuff that you pasted down before, and you see through it, which I think is really cool. Okay, so we're going to put that right there, I think. Yeah, it'll go good there. All right, I need some more matte medium. Let's make sure it's matte medium and not gesso. Oh, you guys, last week I was working on the Abandoned Places book. For those who came last week, I was going to show you this week that abandoned book page. It's reverse collage. I was going to show you how that turned out. but I haven't finished it. I meant to. So I'll try to show you guys next week. Plus, I think I got confused, which is why I have, for those who know what I'm talking about, I have 3 Abandoned Places books, because I thought I had ordered Abandoned Wrecks, and I didn't order Abandoned Wrecks. I ordered 3 Abandoned Places, anyway, or 2 of them, and I ended up 3. But anyway, I just recently ordered Abandoned Wrecks, and I ordered Abandoned Castles. So I am excited about getting those. Hopefully, I'm sure I'll have them by next week, because I ordered them at the beginning of this week, so. Thank you, Judy. Hi, Forever Purple Creations. What I'm working on, I know you just came in, so what I'm working on, this is a coloring book page, and I'm doing mixed media all around the coloring book page. And what we're going for is, I've already done this once, but I wanted to do it again because I thought it turned out pretty cool. This is what this is going to end up looking like. And not exactly, because you can never make it look exactly like it doing mixed media, but that's what we're going for again. So, just want to show you. So right now I'm adding on, layering napkins onto book pages that I've done, and some Asian newspaper print, and just doing layers upon layers upon layers. All right. I want to take out that Eiffel Tower right there. That looks really cool. So let me try to get that out of here. And that's just water with a paintbrush with some water, just to go exactly around what you want to go around without tearing your piece out that you want to paste down. It's a little trick. Okay, there we go. Oh, I want this to be a little torn too. Okay. Do I want that there? Yeah, I do. I don't even know why I'm thinking about it. Just do it. The Eiffel Tower will look cool right there. Okay, so I think I've pasted down enough paces. So now what I want to do is I'm going to dry this. Thank you for Forever Purple. What I'm going to do next here is I'm going to turn on my dryer, so there's going to be some blow dryer noise for a second, and dry this. And then we're going to use some acrylic paint, some distressed inks, some distressed inks, some distressed oxides, all kind of crap. Anyway, let me dry this. Okay, Crafty62, she says that at Joann's they have the Tim Holtz stuff. Cool. Because I missed the Tim Holtz stuff when it was 75% off at Hobby Lobby. Oh, I was mad. I could not get that. But I got, you guys, I'm not really mad. I got so much good stuff at that 75% off sale over the last couple of months at Hobby Lobby. So, but I'll check it out though for sure. Oh, I just saw that. Okay, bye, Fiona. Hopefully you just heard me. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so I'm going to use some, let me see if I have a clean plate. Yeah, I'm going to use some, the colors that I want to use in this piece are some just cheapy crafty craft paint, this teal color. So I'm going to put that on my little palette here. This is the paint they had at Hobby Lobby. Look at this, you guys. $1.75 is what I bought these for. I bought an obscene amount of these because it was regularly $7. You guys, look how much paint that is. That's ridiculous. So I'm going to use this. It's acrylic paint. That's crazy. So I bought tons of them. And what kept happening is I kept going back to Hobby Lobby, of course, over the last couple of months to keep checking out the sale. And every time I went back, they got more in. And I said, are you guys going to keep getting this in? She goes, I don't know, but as long as the warehouse keeps sending me these bottles of paint, I'll keep putting them out. I said, okay. She goes, so keep checking back. I go, all right. So I checked back like 3 different times, and each time they restocked the shelf with that paint. So it was in their warehouse. Okay, I put some purple on there next. Let me just show you. I did some purple. And there's one other color that I want to use. Okay. I love this color. It's yellow ochre. Love it. Folk Art makes it. If you want a good price for some acrylic paint for Folk Art, or just their other brand, which is Apple Barrel, Walmart's a good place. Because it's only like $1 for their Folk Art paint. Because Folk Art paint can be a little bit expensive. And then they have Apple Barrel there, I think. Yeah, and that's 50 cents. So I buy mine there all the time. Okay, so also the other thing I want to use is, I'm going to do it right now. That looks awesome. I love mixed media. Okay. I'm going to use this Distress Oxide. Love this stuff by Tim Holtz. This is Vintage Photo. And I'm just going to add some right off the thing in little areas. This stuff is awesome. Insanely awesome. Love it. We'll add a little right there. And we'll add a little down here. And then, of course, we'll add some water to this. Okay. Also, you know what? Let's add a little rusty hinges. This is just distress ink. It's not an oxide. I don't think he has, I don't think Tim Holtz has the rusty hinges as a distress oxide yet. I don't know. Someone tell me, because I haven't seen it. Because if he does, I want it. Because I love rusty hinges. This is one of my favorite inks. Distressed inks is this rusty hinges. Love it. Okay, there we go. Get some rust on there. Okay, and then I'm going to use my sprayer. I haven't seen chat move for a while, you guys, so is everybody still there? So I'm just spraying it to get some stuff going. Just a second, you guys. I'm just holding up my piece for a second to get some drips and stuff, you know. Cool. Love that. But at the same time, I need not to spray my face or the outfit, because I'm going to be coloring that. Okay. Just a second, you guys. I got to make some room for myself. Let me get all my mixed media paper out of the way, because I'm not done with. See all this? This has to go. So just a second. Hey, Shayna Johnson. Thanks for joining us. We're having fun. Just a second, you guys. I am, cleaning up a mess here for a second. When you're doing mixed media, you start getting too many things on your desk. Okay. So I think this looks really cool with the Distress Oxides right here. Love this stuff. I want more of these Distress Oxide. I think I have like 3 or 4 different colors. All right, let me just get some of the water off of here. Okay. I know Shayna Johnson, she just popped in. So what this is right here is a coloring book page, and I'm adding all kind of mixed media to this. Layers of music note paper, book paper, some Asian newspaper, napkins, and now I'm laying in some distressed inks, oxides, and we're also going to add some like paint, which we're going to do right now. And this is what we're going for. This is what it's going to look like. I already did this once this week, but I thought it turned out pretty cool, so I thought it'd be cool to do it again. Okay. And honestly, you guys, that's how I like to do things. Like, if I'm going to go online and do like a tutorial, or I'm just going to come online like I am now and just go live, I like to do something I've done before, because I'd hate to do something that just doesn't turn out and it's totally horrible. Not just because it makes me look horrible, because then you guys kind of feel like you wasted your time. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't want to come on here and just experiment and then like it turns out crappy and then you guys are like, okay, well that was a waste of time. I mean, I don't know. That's just how I don't want to waste people's time. I want them to come on and feel like they got something out of it, and so. All right, I'm using some baby wipes. People like talking to me when I'm watching. Okay, so I'm going to use some baby wipes here. I'm going to tear them in half. You guys, I'm loving these baby wipes. You can get these Huggy ones at Dollar Tree. They had some other ones there that are a lot cheaper. These are so much nicer. They're a lot thicker. I don't think you get as much, but I like them. I'm going to start trying to look for these Huggies, because I like how they are. They're a lot thicker. Their off-brand is really cheap, so anyway. I just bought these, so I'm just discovering that. Thanks, Shayna. Shayna, am I saying your name right? I hope so. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take a baby wipe, and the reason I'm going to wipe on this acrylic paint with a baby wipe is because then you get like a more translucent look, and you can see the layers in between. Okay, so you can see the layers behind it. So I'm not going to take like sometimes people just take acrylic paint and they scrape it everywhere, which is cool. That's a whole nother look. But if you use a baby wipe, it makes it translucent so you can still see through it, which I like that. So anyway, I'm taking this, and because I just added all these layers, but adding the paint can be another layer if it's not like so, you know, if it's more translucent so you can see through it. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna rub some in here. This is that, the color I love. What's it called? Yellow ochre. I love me some yellow ochre. It's such a pretty color. I'll rub some down there. I gotta be careful. I'll go crazy with that yellow ochre, and this whole page will be yellow ochre. Okay, cool. I did say her name right. Okay. And then I'm going to take a little purple. And all these same colors I'm using, I'm going to stick with that same color palette when I go through to color out her outfit here. I think it's a good idea, in my opinion, to pick your color palette and stick with that color palette, and it gives a more cohesive look. And it keeps it from getting too hodgepodgey. But then I say that, and hodgepodge can be another cool look. So, you know. So that's kind of a general rule for me, but not always, but generally. But depending on what you're doing, hodgepodge can look cool too. So I never say any rule is like, especially in mixed media, or in art period, is the only way to go. Just, you know, there can just be general rules for yourself that you can end up breaking. Anyway, okay. I'm going to take some teal. And we'll add some teal in here. Where do I want to add the teal? Right here. See, I like how you're still able to see through the paint, through the acrylic paint. when you do it with a baby wipe. I like that. Okay. Let's just add that teal right into here again. And then I have a little brown I want to add in here. I kind of have a lot of brown. I won't use this brown too much. I have a lot of brown added in because I use that, because I use these rusty hinges and this Distress Oxide. So we won't need too much of this. Blend that out. Oh man, I should have had brought another journal over here or something, because I not waste that acrylic paint. I try to work with another journal beside me or some scrap paper to take over the leftover paint, so I'm not wasting it. And I could start like another background for another page. I try. But right now I don't have time to be looking for another journal, so. All right. Let's add some brown right there. All right, just a second. Need a little bit more brown here. There we go. All right, that looks good. All right, do I see anything else I want to do? Yeah, I see it. I want to add a little bit more brown right up here. Yes, Crafty62, just like Diane. That is exactly where I learned that from. Using the baby wipes. Yes, Diane Reevely. That's what she did. That's how she applies her acrylic paints, with a baby wipe. Yes, you are so right. I forgot to give her credit. I saw her do that, and I was like, that is genius. Thank you. I forgot that's where I learned it from. Diane Reevely's the whole reason I got into mixed media. I saw her stuff like 6-7 years ago, I think, something like that, and I was like in love, and that's what I started doing for 6 months, was just Diane Reevely type of mixed media. Love her. Love, love, love her. I have a whole bunch of her stuff. I'll do some Diane Reevely stuff here on video one day. I love her. That looks cool. Maybe I need to add a little teal to that. There we go. Put a little teal back in here. There we go. And a little teal right into here. And I feel like I need a little teal over here in the corner. Thank you. That's sweet of you to say, Crafty62. I know, I love Diane Reevely. She's so awesome. If you guys have not checked out Diane Reevely, you guys have to YouTube her and you watch her videos. And also watch, put in CHA Diane Reevely, and you'll see her at CHA. And she's demoing all her products and stuff. It's pretty cool. And if you watch a lot of her old videos, you can see her techniques that she uses. Okay, so I think I'm good with this. That's enough adding that color with that. Now I'm going to go through with a stencil. Let me grab my stencils. I'm going to dry this too. Just a second, but let me grab my stencils over here. Put these Distress Oxide somewhere. Just a second. All right, I got some stencil action next. So I got some cool stencils. I got a cool stencil collection. I've been collecting them forever. Well, because I have cool stencils because of Tuesday Morning. That's why I have a cool stencil collection. Tuesday Morning, oh my gosh, over the last couple of years has had some insanely awesome stencils. And then that Hobby Lobby 75% off sale. Oh, I cleaned up on more stencils. Isn't that a cool stencil, you guys? That stencil is everything. That's Andy Skinner. And then you guys look at this. I have this in the corner of the main girl I showed you that we're working towards. All these different Asian sayings. Isn't that cool? She's hilarious. Die laughing every time. Watch one of her videos when I'm in a moody. I know, isn't she funny? Crafty62. I love her. She is. She will put you in a good mood. Here's another stencil. Here's another cool stencil. Here's another awesome stencil. And this is a Diane Reevely stencil. I picked up a lot of Diane Reevely stencils. Walmart online had a bunch of her stuff at one time and clearanced a bunch of out. And then Tuesday Morning got a bunch of her stencils. And then Michael's clearances stencils once in a while too. So it's, I mean, I love Diane Reevely, so I don't mind some at regular price because I love her and I want to support her. But at the same time, her stuff is expensive, so it's kind of good to get it on sale. Okay, so let's start with some stencils. And what the heck I was thinking just now. Something was going through my head. I don't know. Okay, so again, I'm going to use makeup sponges to sponge this on. These colors on. This acrylic paint. And I'm going to stick with the same color palette. So. And I'm just using makeup sponges from Dollar Tree. Okay. And we're just going to play the stencil game and just keep stenciling everywhere. Okay. Just adding cool marks. Okay, so that's enough of that stencil. Let's go on to a different one. All right, and to a different color. We'll go on to some purple. You're a stencil hoarder too? Me too. Oh my god. I have so many stencils. That's cool that you make your stencils with your Cricut. I need to make my own stencils too because I have a Brother Scan and Cut. And I can make my own stencils with that. I have made some of my own stencils with that. It's just been a while. And I need to pull those out. The stencils that I have made with my Brother Scan and Cut. Alright. Ooh, that looks cool. I love this stencil. Alright. Let me move this water out of the way. Alrighty, and we'll put some right here. Cool, and we'll put a little right here at the bottom. Cool. I like using just part of a stencil too. I think that is a really cool effect. Just like a little bit right there. Just using a little bit of the stencil. Gives you like a whole nother stencil. Alright, done with that one. Let's go on to this one. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit of brown. Cool. And what else do I want to do? We'll add a little bit right here. Actually, you know what? Let's add a little bit right up here. All right, that's good. All right, enough of that brown one. Let's add, I don't need that anymore either. Okay, right here, I'm going to be adding this one like up in the corner here in black at the end. This Asian, one of these Asian stencils. One says love, happiness, energy, and what does this one say? Energy, oh, peace. This piece. This is cool. I love this. All right, love this stencil. Andy Skinner. The stencil is everything. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of black right now. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and stencil my Asian stencil right now. Up in the corner. I think. Am I? No, I want to do it on top of the white. Okay, yeah, I'm going to stick with that. I'm not doing that yet, but I am going to use this one. And I'm going to use some black paint. Oops. Hi, Goldie. Thank you so much. I'm just doing some media. This was originally a coloring book page, and I'm adding all type of mixed media on top of this coloring book page. This girl's from a coloring book page. And then I'll be cutting her in, too. So, okay. I want to get to the coloring part, so I'm going to get to that in a minute here. Okay. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Okay, here we go. I want to add this ticket number 37 at the bottom in black. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh my God, to be honest with you guys, I was so tired, like after I worked in the yard this morning with my husband. And I didn't do gardening. I did actual yard work. So, you know, trimming trees and binding things up. Oh, I was so tired. I looked at my husband, I go, oh my God, I have to go online in an hour. But you know what? Once you get on here and you start talking and everybody's on here, you're so glad you did it. It's so fun. So, and I knew that's how I would be once I got on. I'd be like, okay, I'm good. You guys know how it is. You just do some yard work and it just exhausts you. Okay. I didn't even go to the gym today because I knew I was doing yard work. And, oof, once I do the yard work, that makes me way too tired going to the gym. Okay, I'm going to put the 751, like right here, in black. Okay, Goldie at Craft Happens. She said, call me the White Rabbit today. Why? I'll call you whatever you want, but it's just funny. I'm like, the White Rabbit? Oh, that looks cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to add one more little thing up here, this number 15, just like right here. I just think it's like cool. Okay. Cool. Love that. All right. What else do I want to add on this thing? This is another stencil. This stencil right here, I get addicted to. Like, I can't stop. Like, I love this stencil. Like, I just want to keep using this stencil. What else do I want to use on here? There was something else I saw. Maybe I'll do, okay, I'm going to do a number, like, right here. Okay, and then I'm going to put this stencil down. I love this stencil. I love it so much. I should have bought 2 of them because if the stencil ever like wears out, I'm going to be so sad. Well, what I should do is scan this into my brother's Scan and Cut and then cut it out. That's what I'm going to do. So then I always have it. Cool. Yard work is crazy. We still have tree limbs to cut. The last heavy snowstorm and dreading it for the next. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Crafty. And here we are in Vegas with it's like 80 today. But okay, I can brag all I want about it's 80 today and you're in snow. But in the summer, oh my goodness, you guys, it's like, I'm not even kidding. It's like 115, 114, and some days it's like 116 or 118. Like, it's insane. So as insane as your snow is, oh, we have the heat. So, you know, we're not getting away with anything because right now we're at 80 degrees. Because our summers are horrendous. Like, oh, they're out of hand. They are so out of hand. Okay. I have another thing I think I want to put on here. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. I probably need to stop. I've added enough on here. Okay, you guys, I'm going to stop. I've added enough. Now I'm going to dry this. Have you guys ever gone too far? You're doing your mixed media, you keep adding and adding. You're like, okay, that looks horrible now. All right, let me dry this. Okay, 2:30, 3:30, 3:30, 4:30. All right, so we'll be on to probably till 4:30 today. So I'm going to get to this face here in just a second, you guys. Let me just wipe up some stuff so I don't make too much of a mess. Let me put my sponges in the water. I don't want to put that black one in there. And do I need this paint? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, I do. There we go. What I'm doing is I'm trying to clear off my table because I got so much stuff everywhere. Okay. I'm going to use the gesso that I used earlier, thinking that it was matte medium. Anyway. I'm just going to take my finger, or am I going to take, no, I'm going to take a baby wipe. And spread this matte medium just to bring down all of this a little bit because it's in the background and we want it in the background. So I'm going to take a little white gesso. You can do this white acrylic paint too. It doesn't matter. As a lot of you guys know, you can do it either way. Here's the white gesso. Take a little bit of that with a baby wipe and get some of this off here. And this is just to put this back in the background a little bit. It just brings things down. I like it too because it makes it look more mystical and magical. That's what I like about it too. I'm sure some people are like, no, you're ruining it. What are you doing? I used to think that too when I first started doing mixed media. I see somebody taking some white paint. I'd be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You're ruining it. But now I love it. I love to make things peek through, not be so obvious. And it looks like it's in the background, which is what it's supposed to be. It's not the main part, it's the background. All right, there we go. That looks cool. Susie, surround good afternoon. Hi, Susie. Welcome. I'm working on a coloring book page, and I just threw a ton of stuff like, what did I throw in here? Newspaper, Asian newspaper, music note paper, scrapbook paper, book paper. I did that all in the background. And then I did a paint, some acrylic paint with baby wipes, wiped that on. And I just wiped on some gesso to knock everything back a little bit, okay? Because it's in the background. So that's where we're at, just to let you know. And this is what we're going for. I already did this page once already this week, but it turned out pretty cool, so I thought I would do it again. That's what we're going for. Okay? All right. And remember, you guys, thank you, Susie. Thank you, Goldie. You guys, if you want to talk to me, remember, if you're talking to me, make it in capitals. If you're talking to each other, make it all lowercase. And that way I make sure that I don't miss, if you ask a question or make a comment, I don't miss it. Or I'll do my best not to miss it. Okay, one other thing before we get to this face. I wanted to knock all this back, but I wanted this to show really well when I stencil on this, this Asian type of stencil here. What do I want to put on? I'll put love. Okay, so let's do love right up here in the corner, and we'll do that in black. All right, where is my thing with the black paint? All right, I have all these little plates, these little plate top things, and I have paint in them. Oh, here it is. I have them everywhere. Okay. You think you're done with something and you're not. All right, here we go. I love Asian newspapers. I love Asian stencils in my artwork. I love their, I think their writing is art. I just love it. I think it's beautiful. I've always thought that. Okay, perfect. Look how cool that looks. Love that. Obsessed. That looks cool. You guys, this stencil, oh my gosh. This stencil is so cheap. It's just a Delta stencil. I got this like a long time ago. Where? Joann's? Yeah. So it's just a Delta stencil, and I think I got it for like 50 cents or something. I love this flipping stencil. Anyway. Moving forward. Okay, let me put that over here. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I know, Susie. Isn't that stencil cool? Love that stencil. And it's not like it's an Andy Skinner or it's a Jane Davenport or it's a Diane Reevely. It's just a Delta generic type of stencil, and it's just so cool. Always be looking out, you guys. You find cool stuff everywhere, you know? And if it's not a name brand, it'll save you a mint. Okay, let me wipe off that paint. Okay, let me put that over here. Let's go for this face now. I've been wanting to do the face. So we're going for it. Okay, I'm going to use my... Jane Davenport watercolors. Obsessed with these. Absolutely love these. I have her third one too. This one. So, this one's the Brights, I think. I haven't even barely used this one. Yeah, it's her Bright set. Look, brand new pan, basically. Haven't used that yet. Shame on me. Shame. Shame. Okay, I need to use that. I'm also going to use this. I love it. This little, isn't this the cutest little tin? You guys, I'm obsessed with Jane Davenport. I was obsessed with her, like, I saw her getting interviewed by this lady like 3 years ago when nobody really knew who she was. Like, she sold her art, so she's like a famous artist, but as far as the mixed media world, people weren't paying attention to her. And I saw her, I ordered her book right away. I was obsessed. And then she started getting all her Jane Davenport mixed media stuff. I was like, I am so in. I mean, I try to buy her stuff when it's on sale because it's a little expensive. So I used to try to buy it on sale, and sometimes I get to use a coupon too at Michael's. But anyway, this is a, what is this called? This is her, oh, I'm trying to think, damn it. Her cream pastels. This is awesome. So it's almost like using different shades of lipstick. It's freaking awesome. Look at those colors. They make great cheek colors. They make great lip colors, eyeshadows. You could probably do a face in it. It's gorgeous. And it blends out because it's like, it's cream. It's awesome. Okay. Cute tins. We don't have such cool stuff at my Hobby Lobby. I saw her things at Michael's. Asked me how much I wanted it. I know, Goldie. Susie, this stuff, I got all these things at, where'd I get them at? Michael's. Now, these paints are ridiculously priced. These are like $30, you guys. I think that's crazy price for these paints, but, you'll have them forever. They're cute tins, but use a coupon. Or wait till they go on sale, and then that's what I did, is I waited till they went on sale, like 30% off or something, and then I wait till Michael's has that 25% off entire purchase, including sale items, and then I get it for cheaper. So that's how I collected a lot of her stuff, because her prices get crazy. But I love her. Love her, love her, love her. Oh, you don't have a Michael, Susie. Oh my gosh. That's a travesty. You don't have a Michael's. Just kidding. It's not a travesty. Okay. I need some clean water. What did I do with it? If I don't find some clean water in a second, I'm going to use my cup that I'm drinking out of for the clean water. All right, you guys, talk among yourself for a second. I got to go empty this out. Look. I got to go empty this out. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to get some clean water. I found the Bright palette on eBay for a total of $8 and her mermaid marks for $13. Oh my gosh, Crafty62. You guys see that? She bought that stuff for a good price on eBay. That's awesome. I know, I love all her stuff too. Okay, let me get started. Again, Jane Davenport, you guys look at this brush. Okay, it goes in like that. And then it pops out. So this fits inside of these tins. Oh my God. And this brush has the perfect point on it. I'm obsessed with this brush. Okay. I love this brush more than I like her. See, I have this too of hers. Her water brushes. These are awesome. I love them more, these water brushes. Okay, wait. I got to show you guys this. I know I need to get started on this face, but I just love her. Okay. I also have her mermaid brushes. I haven't even used the darn things. I need to use these. Look at these. Are these flippin' adorable? Okay, wait. Let me make sure I need to make sure you guys can see. Look at the fins. And then the fins you can make textures with, because the fins have like, let's see. So like you can make, see, that's a texture right there on the end of there. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. That's a texture you can make. Then this one is another texture. And so is this one. They're awesome. And like an idiot, I haven't even used them yet. Okay, I need to use these brushes. I'm crazy. I like to just buy things to collect them sometimes, but I need to use those brushes. That's crazy. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I told you guys, I'm Jane Davenport crazy. Okay. I gotta calm down. I'm gonna use this Faber-Castell Gelato, or whatever it is. Yeah, that's like gelato. I like to use this. It doesn't matter if I'm doing a lighter skin or I'm doing darker skin. I like to use this first. It gives a good base. It gets rid of all the white. Come on. It gets rid of all the white, and you can lay down color over it a lot better. All right, there was some blue in my brush, and it just got into my thing. Just a second. I don't know why there's this blue in my brush. Come on, get out. I don't know what I did last, but there's a lot of blue left in my brush. Just a second. All right, hopefully that got rid of that blue. Okay, that's crazy. Come Come on. All right, there. Finally, I must not have, unless it's on the inside. I must not have rinsed this brush very well last time. Anyway, so I am going to make this girl with some nice deep dark skin, but first, as a base coat, I'm going to put on this beige color. That's the color right there. And what I like to do is I like to go over the face, leaving the highlight out. So it also gives me like a map to all of the shading I'm going to be doing and highlighting. And I am getting a little bit of bleed from the from my copy that I made. If you make your copy like the night before, it has a time to set up. It doesn't bleed as much. Plus, I have another printer where it doesn't bleed at all. But anyway, it's the type of printer that only prints in black. I forgot what kind of printer that is. Sorry, you guys, I'm thinking for a second. You're like, she got silent. All right, we'll leave a little highlight there on the cheek too. So this is just getting a little bit of color down on the face and also mapping out where I'm going to keep some highlights at and where I'm going to shade at. One second, I'm going to look at this. Okay. A little bit of black has gotten into my pigment, no big deal. We won't tell anyone. I have no idea how shading or highlighting on face need practice. Oh well. Okay. Someone was just saying shading on the face, but oh, that I had blue in my brush. I know. All right, so here we go. I'm just now start with the mid-tone on her face, which is going to be, I gotta play with something for a second. So I'm using this. I'll tell you in a second which one I'm gonna use. Where am I using this? Yeah, I'm using this. Okay, so I'm using this color right here. Okay. This is going to be her skin tone color. And I'm going to follow the map of what I just did. It gives you a map, and it also gives you a base for your color. And I think too, if you're like new at doing skin tones, doing faces or doing skin tones, I think it's like it just helps you like be a little braver if you could first use that light color and just kind of map things out. I think it can also help that way too. Now these white highlights that I'm leaving in here, they're not going to stay white like that. Ooh, what's wrong with my camera? Oh man, my battery's getting low. Okay, you guys, we'll do as much as we can, and we'll finish up next week. My battery says it's getting low, but that probably means I have another, I don't know, 10 minutes. So keep going as long as we can. There we go, right here. There we go. So there's a mid-tone color for us right there. And right now, so it doesn't look so strange, I'm going to take this color again and go over the lightest where I have white at and start, and there'll still be a highlight, but it just won't be so obvious of a highlight. It'll blend it a little bit. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have this beigey gelato. I love it. I learned that from somebody a while back. I can't remember. You learn all these things, and then you're like, you can't remember where you learned them from. Okay. And then I'm going to take a, I'm going to take this color here. Okay, and I'm going to start doing some shading with this color. This color right there. Okay. Oops, put it where you can see it. And I'm going to start shading right at the hairline. Okay. And kind of blend that in a little bit. Alrighty, now let's keep going. Over here, I'm gonna do some shading, of course, but not as much shading. I want this side of her face to be a little bit lighter and this side of her face to be darker. So the light source is going to be over here, and the shading part's going to be over here. Because when I do put on that floppy, put that slouchy hat on, it slouches all the way like that. So it's going to be, there's going to be more shaded over here. And what's cool about all this, you can make this all up. This is all however you want to do it. Okay. Let me blend this out a little bit. Blend this out a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna bring this a little bit more here. All right, cool. And then also I'm going to take that same color and do some more shading here for the nose. Sorry, you guys, if I'm getting a little quiet. I'm just concentrating a little bit. Don't want to do that. Watercolor is so forgiving. If you don't like what you did, just wet it and move it. There we go. I didn't want to put that here. If you don't like something you did, just wet it and dab it. There we go.